Welcome to Digital Divinity School of Ministry. My name is Jared Lewis, and we have a fantastic show prepared for you today. We're going to talk about the topic of Activism 101. We have a phenomenal guest who has a wealth of information, who is an excellent example to the youth and to the upcoming and uprising generation in this nation. And then finally, we're going to share some interactive comments and posts that were shared online. So get ready for a great show. I want you to enjoy yourself. Do me a favor, share this with somebody, whether it be Facebook, whether it be our website, jaredlewis.com, but also our YouTube channel. We're going live. Get ready. Activism 101.
Free ministry classes, preaching online, multimedia ministry, grief and bereavement, the work of a worship leader, learning legal advice, 24 hours, 7 days a week, video on demand. Learn from professionals providing practical wisdom and strategies to help you excel. Take a moment, connect with us. Click on the media tab, watch our free videos on demand. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just click on the playlist Digital Divinity School of Ministry. Digital Divinity School of Ministry, free ministry classes. Connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, and jaredlewis.com. Introducing Magnify Advertising, bringing awareness to your brand online.
And it's gonna be
good exposure for a reasonable rate.
It's gonna be big. It's gotta be big.
This is a great way to let people know that you're up and running, reopening after this quarantine. Magnify. We specialize in making your small business, organization, event, or ministry bigger online. Follow us on Instagram, Magnify Advertising.
I feel like a motherless child.
It doesn't matter what I did. You don't have the right to say if I die or live. Die or live. Hey, officer, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Who's gonna raise my kids if I leave? Oh, America, don't you think it's about time for you to give real time? So maybe next time we won't repeat this time. So then I can breathe, and my brothers can breathe, my family can breathe.
Thank you for joining us on today. I'm really excited to share with our guest on today. He's a phenomenal young man who has a lifelong commitment to serving those as it relates to social justice and equality. He's even privileged to work with President Obama on a special initiative. He is one of the special assistants to our Reverend Al Sharpton. It is my joy to introduce Reverend Stephan Marshall. Welcome. So glad to have you on today, my brother. Thank you for joining us. I believe as we begin, and I know many Caucasian, white, Hispanic, multicultural individuals
Greetings,
and
man. Happy to
organizations.
be here. Really for the conversation.
Awesome. There are many individuals who believe in equality, whether it be Caucasian, Hispanic, businessmen, professors, believe in equality and justice. What would you say to individuals who are trying to learn and understand the importance of activism?
Well, I would say that's an incredible question. I would say the first thing you would have to do if you were to embark on anything, in particular activism, is learn the history in which those who before you were active in. There's no culture on the planet that would allow those who are in the generation of now to speak from an ignorant place. Our Jewish brothers and sisters train up and raise their children who are going to receive the ark or the baton, but they are well prepared. And I would advise all activists or future activists or those who want to now rise up in this time to encourage you to do so, but take the necessary time to study those before you. Therefore, you can get the blueprint and to make sure that you're not actually functioning against what so many of us or so many before us have died for, fighting for, to give you the right to do what you do now or you inspire to do in the future. So the history of what we do and of our people is imperative for those who want to be now in this generation to rise up.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that information. That segues right into our next question. And I really appreciate everyone who submitted these questions online through our YouTube channel and our Facebook and our website, jaredlewis.com. So thank you for all those who are watching, and please share this information, and thank you for your interaction. Our next question is, Reverend Marshall, when we study history, on March 7th, 1965, the world watched live a news broadcast in which millions of people saw the abuse, whipping, and even stampedes with horses and tear gas of non-violent protesters marching for voting rights in Selma. Dr. King invited the world to come join him in Selma after the world saw that. And after this occasion, Dr. King spoke on clarifying the commitment to civil rights. Now, police brutality and racism are two different items. Why is it so important to clarify the commitment to social justice, not just police brutality? Thank you for sharing that, Reverend Marshall. We kindly appreciate your input and your insight regarding that. Certainly, we feel that you have a wealth of information, and we thank you for all those who are leaving the comments online, who are submitting the questions. We kindly appreciate it. Thank you. These are some wonderful questions. I think our next question revolve around. I tell you what we'll do. We're going to come back in and plug in with Reverend Marshall. But at this point, let's do this. If we can just bring up some of the comments that we've seen online, and then we're going to reconnect with Reverend Marshall and just elaborate on 2 or 3 more questions. So let's possibly share some of the comments that were submitted online. Perhaps we can bring those up and just review some of those comments. Okay, the first comment that was sent in was this comment was submitted, and I thought it was a wonderful comment. It said that globally, protests against racial inequality sparked by the police killing of George Floyd are taking place all over the world. Rallies and memorials have been held in cities, of course, Europe, as well as Mexico, Canada, Brazil, Australia, and New Zealand. And we can attest that this has been a global impact. We are fortunate to live in this time. These are exciting times, but we must understand that the influences that we project are not just for our communities, but they're also examples to the world. And I think it's an obvious statement that we are in a powerful and an important time. And as the world observes us, we need to commit to having the ability to show a great example. I think the next comment that we have here, we're going to bring up, was another wonderful comment. And let's bring up that comment. Thank you for your interaction online. This comment was about a person who had the reconsidering of a rethought. And they say that maybe I need to look at this from a different perspective. Maybe I don't know what it's like to be Black in America. Maybe, just maybe, I have been taught wrong. There is still so much work to be done. Keep protesting. The really difficult public and private conversations are happening around race. I think it's so important that we also do that. I think that we continue to have dialogues. We continue to engage and encourage individuals to have these difficult conversations. Because number one, we want to do the change that we want people to see. And number two, change is possible. If we take the time to encourage and to motivate other individuals in a very precautious but intentional way, I think that we can allow individuals to transform, but also have a broader perspective. Historically, we have seen that. Even today, we're in the midst of transformation from leadership, but also from government, society, and even our religious society and religious sector as it relates to ministry to God's people. I think the last comment that we have here is a very interesting comment. This comment said, the internal battles exploding within organizations over issues that have been simmering or ignored for a long time. Some organizations will end as a result, others will be forever changed or replaced with something stronger or fairer. And I can attest to that. I have a few colleagues, a few individuals who are serving in corporate America, even had a coach approached by his president, a college coach, explained to me that his president of his school came and wanted to have a sit-down talk with him as it relates to the importance of addressing issues that may have been ignored. And a cultural competency is so important in all areas. In order to serve others and to learn from others, you must take time to respect others. And I must concur with this at this time. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go to a quick video real quick, and then we'll come back and chime in with Reverend Marshall and address some of these wonderful questions that have been submitted. Thank you so much.
How do you define what sacrifice is? To me, sacrifice is going beyond your wants and truly looking at what you really need. Don't underestimate the true sacrifices you must make in order to be successful. What do you need to sacrifice in order to be successful? Consider Jarrett Lewis as a speaker for your next event. Buy a new book, It Starts by Serving, or find out about our strategic personal coaching session. I pray that you were blessed by this broadcast on today. Consider making a financial contribution or donation to our TV program. Perhaps you can give $20 or $50 or even $100. We are empowering lives with the gospel of Jesus Christ. There are two ways you can make a financial contribution: by Cash App or mailing in your offering. For Cash App, $JERITT LEWIS. It's $JERITT LEWIS. Or you can mail in your donation to 831 Sycamore Avenue in Bohemia, New York, 11716. Once again, there are two ways to give. You can give by Cash App or by mailing in your donation. For Cash App, it's $JERITT LEWIS. Or mail in your donation to 831 Sycamore Avenue in Bohemia, New York, 11716. Thank you, and may God richly bless you.
Thank you once again. Reverend Marshall joining us again, and we've got about 2 or 3 more questions that certainly we want to address to him. And we thank you, Reverend Marshall. We've got 2 or 3 more questions. Here's the next question. We are in an important moment in the movement. 8 minutes and 48 seconds was a moment in a great movement. What should be the church's response over the next 8 months, 8 years? What should the Caucasian white pastor, Hispanic pastor, even the black pastor's voice or response should be at this time?
I think, first of all, the church has always been the epicenter or the launching pad for any movement, whether it be civil rights, whether it be our brothers and sisters from the LGBT community. Religious leaders have always stood up to assert their right to exist equally as people of a different persuasion, but they are still human, and so we applaud that movement as well. I think the church at this point, first of all, if I can back up, I've been hearing all over social media in circles that I'm privy to that young people are not coming back to church post-pandemic because, and so there's many reasons why people say that. I think the first one is that some of our churches have the inability to evolve into the times that we're in. And I think it's an error to say that those who are on the streets marching, demanding that we get equality for our people, are not coming back to church. However, I do think and I do believe that our young people are not going to come to a church and sit in a pew where they're not getting this liberation gospel. And so I think that pastors, churches must incorporate liberation into the fiber of their church if they haven't been doing it. That's the only way I believe we're going to really grab and hold the young people to the faith. Right now, our churches are on the street. In New York City, you have marches all over the place in every borough. I've visited some of them, participated in a lot of them, and our church members are on the street. How is the pastor going to now bring those back and not give them a real infant of faith, hope, and instruction from a religious standpoint to give them power to speak truth to power? Again, I do not believe that they're going to come back and sit into a sanctuary where the gospel of liberation is not taught or preached. And so the churches need the main obligation right now is to speak truth to power, uncut, raw. That way our people are getting something tangible to go and fight the injustices that they have to fight in the world.
Thank you. One of the wonderful questions I saw submitted online as it relates to our Activism 101. And thank you everyone for submitting these questions. Please share on Facebook, on our YouTube channel. but also on DerrickLewis.com. Please share your information. I believe Reverend Marshall is a phenomenal young man who definitely can encourage some of your young people, but also give some reason and rationale because he's well astute, he's an example, and he's serving loyally to his organization, which we're going to talk about in a few moments. But Reverend Marshall, one of the wonderful questions that was submitted was, if this were a class on activism, what percentage of the grade would deal with legislation? We see a remarkable amount of demonstrations, but share with us what you have learned about being persistent until we see legislation.
I think, again, I mean, whoever posed these questions are brilliant. These are really the solutions that people don't understand. It's easy for us to go and flood the streets, civil disobedience, lay out, demand whatever we want to demand, but the marching against are not out there with us. And so the question about the grade on legislation, I would say that this was a percentage would be 9%. If you have any demonstration without legislation, you're just taking a walk, exercise, in time. And so it has to eat a box and you've done nothing. Demonstration without legislation is like a hamster on a wheel. You're just doing something. You even make the news, people even know your name. But Dr. King was famed not only for the I Have a Dream speech, but he secured voter rights. He secured the civil things beyond any march that he ever led. Our staples in our community. I would never support everybody. If you are one of those people, start drafting legislation. Start drafting your ideas. Don't think you're not good. Write things down. Send it to your representatives. Don't be afraid to actually put down what you know is right and publish it and make sure that the powers that be hear your voice. Don't think somebody else is going to speak for you. The person that you're looking for to do it is the person that you exist with every day.
Wonderful. What a superb and wise and sage answer. Thank you so much. I see that you serve Reverend Al Sharpton with dignity, distinguished excellence, and I see that you believe and the influence and the impact that you can have in someone's life. I honor you, your pastor, your church, your family. I am godly proud of you. Thank you so much for joining us. But please let us know how people can connect with you, your organization, or maybe something you have coming up. Please share. Take this time. There's so many people watching. I want them to know about all the great things that you're doing inside.
Incredible. I want to say I don't take it lightly that anybody allow you to speak on any of their platforms. In church, we say people don't have to be nice to you. And so, Elder Lewis, you have afforded me opportunity that I am 100% grateful for. You mentioned Reverend Al Sharpton. I do nothing without the blessings of my leader. And so I bring greetings from the National Action Network, where the Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton is our president and founder. My handle is Son of the King on Facebook. I am Stephen Marshall, STEPA of the Marshall, Washington, where people see August 28th. This is about the census, getting people counted, and it's about police accountability. Again, all the demonstration without legislation won't matter. So we're going to take hundreds of thousands of people with the respect of social distancing to the Lincoln Memorial, and we're going to demand that, like exactly what Dr. King said, for us to get a check, and now it's time for them to pay without having insufficient funds. And so I would invite everybody to join us. You can visit www.nationalactionnetwork.net or call 877-626-4651 toll free. You can find a bus in your area and or organize a bus. We need you to be there. Everybody, Muslims, Hindus, anybody that believes in human rights, civil rights for all people, you need to be in DC August 28th. Get on the bus, get into action.
Thank you, Reverend Marshall. I actually was on a call with 30 Afro-American entrepreneurs on last Friday. A host of them are from Long Island, and they were excited about mobilizing, coming together. It's also going to be a time of healing, a time of empowerment. And so I want you to know that we have many people who are galvanizing and coming together. And I want to let you know you have our full support in everything that you do. And I want to commend you for the great cause, because it is a sacrifice for not only our generation, but for our children and their children, as we've learned before. So thank you, Reverend Marshall. God bless you. And we'll be talking with you soon. On the screen, you see the flyer for the march coming up August the 28th there in Washington, D.C. We're making history, and I'm glad to be a part of it with you. God bless you, my brother. May God be with you and keep up the great work.
Likewise, be well.
Thank you. All right, as we close today, I want to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. It has been a remarkable show. I believe we've got a great foundation for Activism 101. Thank you to our technician, Mr. Al Garvin, who's doing a wonderful job, and to Reverend Stephen Marshall, who is serving at an extraordinary level at these very important times. I want to say, I pray God's blessings be upon you. Please share this show with someone, maybe a young person who wants to learn about the importance of the time. And we come from many different areas. We come from many different experiences. But remember, where there's unity, there is strength. I want to leave you with these words: strategize with the power of God. Have a blessed day.